Good morning Year 4, and this is your maths video for if you've got this booklet on Friday the 29th of January. Now I just want to say well done to everyone that had to go at their maths yesterday. It was a little bit tricky and I know that some of you struggled, but we'll have another go at some of those questions today. Okay, so you'll have a chance to look back through your work. Now we're going to start today's learning with a game of times table bingo. Okay, you'll notice that we'll be using our 2s and our 5 times tables. So I need you to write down 6 numbers that are in your 2 times tables or your 5 times tables. Okay, show me that you're ready once you've chosen those 6. Okay, so you'll notice that I've also chosen 6 numbers because I'm going to be playing along at home with you. So I will pick out a question. This is just a practice one. 7 times 2. If you've got the answer to 7 times 2, so you've got to listen, then you've got to figure it out. If you've got the answer, you're going to put a nice cross through it. And don't forget that when you've got all 6, you need to shout bingo, okay? So hope you've got your 6 numbers ready. Let's see who will win. Okay, so the first one then. 3 times 2. If you've got the answer to that on your bingo grid, please cross it off. Okay, next one. 9 times 5. Well, I'm not doing very well so far. I've not got any on my grid. Okay. 9 times 2. Now, I've got the answer to that one. So I'm going to put a cross through there. So I've got the answer to 9 times 2. Let's go again. 4 times 5. Remember, if you've got the answer to that one, cross it off. I've got the answer. Let's keep going. 10 times 5. 4 times 2. Got the answer to that one. I can cross that off. 10 times 2. 3 times 5. Do a few more. Please let me know if you get bingo. Your parents can let me know when you email your work in. 8 times 2. 8 times 5. 2 times 5. I've got that one. I can cross that off. I'm getting closer now. I wonder how you guys are doing at home. 2 times 2. I've also got that one. One more Year 4. Has anyone else got bingo before me? 6 times 2. 12 times 2. Going to do one more. And 6 times 5. Don't forget to let me know if you won at bingo. Okay. So, yesterday we introduced the concept of division to you. And we're going to start by just reminding ourselves of some other words for division. Okay. So, we've got divide, division, equal groups of, share and split. Can anybody remember which of these words we used in yesterday's? Okay, so we used sharing, didn't we? Well done. And now we're going to have a quick recap on what we did yesterday. So I've got some division questions on my board. And we're going to have a go at finding the answers to these questions by sharing equally. Okay, so we'll start here. 24 divided by 2. And I told you yesterday that the first number is the total amount that we've got. So we might have 24 pieces of pasta, or 24 biscuits, or I would have 24 little orange gems. Okay, divided by, and then this number is the number of groups that we'll be dividing into. So I'll have 24 gems and I'll share them into two groups, putting one in this one in that one, and keep going until I run out. And then the answer would be the amount that is in each group. So let's have a little go at sharing 24 by 2. Okay, so in my little pot I've already got 24 gems. I'm going to share them now by 2 into 2 groups. Taking my time, making sure that each group has got the same amount. Okay, so I've run out of gems now in my beaker. So the answer is going to be the number of gems in the group. So let's have a count together. I want to hear you counting along at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24 divided by 2 equals 12. Okay, because we've got 12 in each group. Let's have a go at this one now then. So 20 divided by 10. So this time I need 20 gems. So I'm just going to take 3 and I'm going to share them into 10 groups. There's my 10 groups. I'm going to start again now, making sure that each group ends up with the same amount. Okay, so let's count how many gems is in each group. 1, 2. So that means 20 divided by 10 equals 2. Okay, moving on to this one then. So 15 divided by 5. Okay, so I've got 15. I'm going to share into 5 groups. Okay, so how many in each group? 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. And the last one then, year 4, we've got 18 divided by 6. So let's make 6 groups. Each group has got 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. Okay, now we shared really well. It was when we came to using a number line that we found it a little bit difficult. So let's have another little go at dividing using our number line. And remember when we were doing multiplication, I told you that we have to focus on this number here. And that number told us how big our jumps needed to be. So here it's telling me that I've got to do a jump of 10 until I get the answer 20. So I'm going to go from 0 all the way to 10. Then I've got to do another jump of 10. And that would take me to 20. And I did 2 jumps, which is why we've got the answer 2. Okay. So if we have a look at this one now then, so 15 divided by 5. So my jumps are going to be worth 5. 0 to 5. And I've got to get to 15. 5 to 10. 10 to 15. And how many jumps did I make? 1, 2, 3. That's why we've got the answer 3. Last one then. Okay, so 18 divided by 6, I've got 2 jumps of 6 until I get to 18. And how many jumps did I do? I did 3. Okay, so what I want you to do now, Year 4, is to look back at the work you did yesterday, and I'm going to pop the answers under the visualiser. So if you didn't get any of your answers correctly, you can have another little go. Okay. So I'll pop those under there for you. Okay, you might want to pause the video here so that you can check through yesterday's work. Okay, well done for having a go at that then, Year 4. So let's turn to today's learning. So, your learning question for today then says, can I understand how times tables can help when answering division questions? Now, we're super with our times tables. We know lots of songs and we know how to count in them as well. So I'm going to show you now how to answer question number 1 on today's learning. Okay, so for today's learning you will need to turn to page number 15, and before I start today I want you to answer me questions A and questions D. Okay, so they're the ones that are highlighted in yellow. Once you've done that then, Year 4, I'm going to show you how we can answer some missing number questions now. So we're going to look at the pink questions, and in the pink questions your missing number is always before the equal sign. So it's this one that is missing. Okay, so here we've got 4 divided by something equals 2. And we're going to answer these questions by counting up in 2s until I get to 4. 2, 4. I counted twice, so that would mean that my answer is 2. Okay, let's have a go at another pink or purple question. So this time we've got 80 divided by something equals 10. Now again, we can count in our 10s. So we're going to count in our 10s until we get to 80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, so my answer for that one has got to be 8. And the final pink question, 20 divided by something equals 2. So we're going to count in 2s until we get to 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So I've got 10 fingers, so 10 is my answer. So what I want you to do now then, Year 4, you've already done A and D. Now I want you to have a go at the pink questions, so B and E. So counting in 60s till we get to 12, counting in 9s until we get to 18. And remember, if you don't know your 60s or your 9s, you can use our 100 square. Okay, so the first one was counting in 60s until I got to 12. Now I don't know my 60s, so I'm going to go 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many times did I jump? I did 2, didn't I? So that's going to be the answer. Okay. And then now we're going to have a look at some of the blue questions. So this is the missing number this time. How many we've got to begin with? So something divided by 4 equals 3. So we're going to count in 3s until we get to 4, until we've done it 4 times. Okay? So we're going to count in 3s 4 times. And I'm going to sing my 3 times table song for this one. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay? So we must have started with 12. Okay, so this one now then. So we've got something divided by 7 equals 2. So I'm going to count up in 2s until I've done it 7 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And the final one then, year 4. So something divided by 8 equals 5. So I'm going to count up in 5s 8 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And now I would like you to have a go at the blue questions. So that's C and F. So you'll count in 5s 2 times. You'll count in 7s 2 times. Remember to use your 100 square if you don't know your 7 times tables. Once we've done that, then let's have a look at question 2. So we've used these a few times now, year 4, so we should be a little bit more familiar with them. So we're going to use our times tables, our 4 times tables, to see if we can fill in this division table. So 12 divided by 4, let's count up in our 4s until we get to 12. 4, 8, 12. So I did that 3 times. 44 divided by 4, let's count up in 4s until we get to 44. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44. So that one's 11. Going to work my way across. 16 divided by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. So that was 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 20 divided by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. So that's 5. Using my 4s to help me on everyone. 36 divided by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. 24, 28, 32, 36. Well done. So that one must be a 9. And then you'd carry on all the way across. So this will help you when looking at question 2 and question 3. Okay, just see if we can make it a little bit clearer. There we go. So, this time you're going to be using your 10 times tables. And you're going to be counting in 10s until you get to the number across the top. Okay? And then it also helps you with question number 3 as well. Because it says how many 2s in 8? So you're going to count in 2s until you get to 8. How many 5s in 20? You're going to count in 5s until you get to 20. How many 5s in 10? You're going to count in 5s until you get to 10. And how many 2s in 6? You're going to count in 2s until you get to 6. Okay, we're almost there now then, year 4. So your final question is a little bit like mine on the board. So in the middle of your question, you'll see that I've got a division fact. 9 divided by 3. So I've got to start by working that out. How many 3s are there in 9? 3, 6, 9. I've got 3. So my answer is 3. And now I've got to look at the other division sentences and think which one equals 3. So we'll have a little think. So I'm going to count in 5s until I get to 15. 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to circle that one because that one equals 3. Count in 4s until I get to 16. 4, 8, 12, 16. That one didn't equal 3. Over this side then, 5 into 20. So 20 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. That one didn't equal 3. And then 2 by 22. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That one didn't equal 3 either. So your last question, you've got to look at the ball in the middle, figure out the answer, and then circle the other division fact that has the same answer. Okay? So once you've done all of that, year 4, I have set you a little challenge. And it says 21 divided by 7 equals 3. I shared 21 into 3 groups to get the answer. And is that true or false? You might want to use my boards here to help you with that. Finally then, year 4, let's have a little think about our learning today. So we're going to roll our dice. Let's see what number we land on. And number 4. And number 4 says, what did you find tricky? So look back on today's work and think, what did I find tricky today? Don't forget to take a picture and send it to the Year 4 email address.